Good morning, folks. It's Jeff Castine here at the New England Motorcycle Museum. This week, this is my project to take this 1973 CB350F and transform it into a beautiful motorcycle. And this is day one of the project. So we're giving you a view of what it looks like now. And tomorrow morning, I'll show you how far I got and we'll go from there. This is going to be a progression photographed build. So this is what I accomplished yesterday. It took me approximately 12 hours. I got the whole front end completely restored. I started here. The first thing I put on the bike was a new ignition switch, and then I went to the steering stem bearings and greased and repacked them. Put on the painted triple clamps that I had already painted. And then I put the handlebars on. And then I polished the instruments, painted the clusters. And then I went to the forks. Rebuilt the front forks, new fork seals. I polished these lower legs. I polished them with a soft Scotch-Brite pad, so it gave it a nice, a polished, not the real shiny chrome look. I don't care for that. This is a brushed aluminum look. I went with that. And then after I had the forks together, I put them back on with these pre-painted tins with new O-rings. Then I installed the headlight shell, pulled the wiring through, tidied up all the wiring, installed new turn signals, polished the headlight rim, tidied up the wires and put that back together. Then I moved to the lower end, took this brake caliper apart and cleaned and honed it. Put that back together, went up here and rebuilt the master cylinder with a new piston and cup set. Then I installed new Russell brake lines, bled the system. And then I installed the front fender, but before that I wire wheeled the base of it and shined the top, put the front fender on, went to the wheel, new front tire tube, rim band, shined the rim up. I'm going to leave the spokes for the detail shop to shine them up. And then I had 3 or 4 beers and called it a day. And what I accomplished today we'll show tomorrow. So until then, have a good day. I'm out.
Castine, what do we got here?
Oh, just a minute. It's the morning of day 3. I have finished the restoration on this motorcycle. It is going to go down to the detail now, and they're going to finish it up and shine this motorcycle like a fine piece of jewelry. So, and speaking of detail, I want to make note that every single part that I took off of this motorcycle, every piece of hardware, bolt, screw, I polished, shined, or painted. So when it gets to detail, they don't have to take anything apart that I just put together because, let's face it, they're detailers, they're not mechanics. So, no offense, detailers. So, let me go over what I finished up yesterday. The first thing I did was put this Delkevic exhaust on it. And I just got done riding the bike, and these stainless steel pipes turned to a nice gold hue. They look beautiful. And then I cleaned and tuned the carburetors. I put new spark plugs in it. I adjusted the valves. I adjusted the ignition timing. I put a new regulator, a new rectifier in it because it wasn't charging. I put a new tire on it, tube and rim band on the back this morning. That was what I did just to finish it up this morning. And that's about it. So if you have any questions on this restoration, you can leave it in the comments. So until then, you can follow us and we'll do another project here, me and the guys here at New England Motorcycle Museum. So I hope you all have a good day. Thank you.
What an absolute jewel. This is a Honda CB350F, small bore, 4-cylinder, inline 4. Think of 4 XR75s tuned to perfection together. That's kind of what this thing is. Absolutely bulletproof. This thing is a dime piece. It's been completely gone through by the techs here at the New England Motorcycle Museum. We invested about $6,500 in restoration services, parts and labor on this thing. I'll get into that in a second. But before I do, know full well that there's not a lot of these left. Most of these got run into the ground. The last really nice one that we auctioned off cosmetically that looked this nice actually had a seized motor, and it bought $5,000 at auction, which really surprised me that it bought that much with a seized motor. It had been sitting for 20 years in somebody's garage. It was real clean like this, but it needed a motor rebuilt. This one's been gone through. It's going to have a reasonable reserve price, but whoever buys this is getting an absolute dime piece. Listen to this thing. Let me do a drive-by so you can hear roar. Inside this gas tank. The gas tank's been restored inside and out. It looks perfect on the inside, perfect on the outside, and it's got a brand new gas cap and seal on there. One of the first things you want to check on a 50-year-old motorcycle. This one's beautiful. What do you hear this thing roar? Typical Honda quality. Electrically, the bike's a 10, electric start, horn, turn signals, high beam, low beam. Everything works beautifully on this thing, just like you'd expect it to when it came out of the box.
What's that, 74? 73?
354.
73.
What's happening, fellas? Check out this classic 1973 Honda 354. This is one of the long-term projects we've been working on since before Jeff Castine, the Manic mechanic, sold the shop and moved in with us here. I would say about a year and a half we've been working on this thing on and off. There is a 3-part restoration video on some of the work we did to it. I've got a 5-page work order here totaling $6,500 of parts and labor that were put into this bike, and I'll read that to you. But before I do that, I'll start on a high level. The bike was completely dismantled. The gas tank, the entire front end, the rear wheel, the fender, everything was taken off the bike, the exhaust system right down to the engine and frame. The frame was touch-up painted. It wasn't completely repainted because the paint was some of the original paint was in good condition. So we just touch-up painted the frame. The original gas tank was sent out and professionally painted by Ed at Mill Street Auto. It's an absolutely stunning color. It's like a candy olive Bacchus, I think it's called.
Candy Bacchus olive.
Candy Bacchus olive. It's like a green metallic, dark green metallic with the OEM reproduction tank decals and tank badges. I don't know if the lighting's in here good enough to really show you how this paint pops it, but it's absolutely stunning. The side badges, the side covers were restored. While the bike was dismantled, the ears that hold the headlight were repainted. The fork lowers were repainted. Pretty much every nut and bolt on the bike was either cleaned, polished, painted, or replated. The brake system was entirely gone through. New tires are mounted. Before I go any farther, I'm going to go right to the work order here. It has a new battery and a new ignition switch. We rebuilt the front master cylinder, cleaned and honed and rebuilt the front caliper. We replaced the front brake lines. Can you zoom in on the brake lines, Kenny? Because those are a big upgrade. They're Russell steel braided lines. The rear brake was cleaned, adjusted, and rebuilt. The rear drum brake. The clutch cable is brand new. The throttle cables are brand new. The right-hand bar switch right here is brand new. The handlebar grips are new. It has a brand new clutch cable. The tires are the Grand Sport tires, brand new. You can still, if you zoom in, you can still see the hairy nubs on them. Brand new tires, brand new tubes. While the gas tank was off, it was the interior of the tank was bicarbonate sodium blasted. If you zoom in here, I think I might have showed that earlier in the video. The inside of the tank is not coated. We don't like to coat them if we don't have to. This is the bare metal, and it's nice and clean silver bare metal with a brand new gas cap with a new gas cap rubber and clip. So that's all brand new and perfect. The rear shocks are brand new, reproduction shocks. That's page 1. It has brand new spark plugs, brand new fuel line, has new electrically. I'd said earlier in the video. Again, it's electrically 100%. The flasher bulb was replaced. All the bulbs were replaced, so the turn signals work great. The high beam, the low beam, the horn, everything is typical Honda perfection. Let's see. The exhaust is really kind of like the calling card on the bike. It's a Delkevic 4-in-1 brand new exhaust system. It has a really nice like stainless finish to it, just beautiful. All the mounting hardware is new for that. The springs are new, and it makes a really amazing sound, which I'm sure you'll pick up on in the riding portion of the video. The carbs were completely dismantled, put in the carb cleaning tank, and completely dismantled, cleaned, and jetted for the 4-in-1 exhaust. New air filters. Has a brand new petcock. The gas tank is completely rebuilt inside and out with a brand new petcock, new fuel line, and new carbs and new filters. So basically, the entire fuel and air system has been completely rebuilt. It's like brand new. The headlight was replaced. The handrail on the back here was replaced. The rear signals were replaced with all original Honda components. The rear fender was replaced. The side cover emblems are new. The stator cover emblem on the side of the motor is new. The gas tank badges are new, and it's got a brand new battery, new spark plugs, again, new ignition switch. The forks were dismantled while they were off the bike and completely rebuilt with new seals and new 20-weight fork oil. The front turn signals are new. The mirrors are new. The grips are OEM Honda, brand new reproduction, or not, or replacement Honda grips. The exhaust gaskets are new. The air filter is new. The regulator and rectifier have been replaced. And the drive chain, if you zoom in on the chain, you can't see it unless you look on the bottom, because it's got a cover on it, or a chain guide. That's a new gold reproduction, or Regina, excuse me, gold Regina non-O-ring chain. So the total of labor and parts came to $6,405.46. That's 42 hours labor and $1,223 in parts, and $1,000 for the paint job. So total of $6,405. Now, when you work on a project like this for a little bit over a year, I'm willing to bet, I'd bet you lunch that there's more than 42 hours into this thing. It's been on and off the bench a few times. It's been test ridden. It's been back in and back out of the detail shop at least 3 times to get it where it is now, and it's absolutely beautiful. The original factory seat is in good condition, indicating the bike was stored indoors and cared for. A lot of times we see them all split and looking like a rat ate the foam out of them. This one's in really good condition. The engine cylinder and head is in excellent condition, no broken fins. The engine cover on this side is in really good condition, no evidence of it ever being dropped. And if you come around this side, you can see it's a brand new NOS Honda made in Japan cover. So just a beautiful piece. The foot pegs look to be in new condition. The kickstand and the center stand are intact. The fork lowers, all the aluminum on the bike was polished. All the chrome on the bike was polished. The entire bike was steam cleaned. A lot of the chrome pieces were bicarbonate sodium blasted, and it's just been completely gone through. Some of the original components on the bike, like the rear tail light here, and all the chrome on the bike is original, except for the shocks indicating it was stored indoor, and shows a little bit of patina, but the rims still look really nice. The front fender is in really nice condition with no evidence of any crash damage. Just a beautiful original Survivor that's been massaged to perfection, and an awful lot of time and money was put into it. Like I said, these are going up in value. They're really a jewel of a motor, a 350cc 4-cylinder. It's kind of a rare configuration, such a small bore to be a 4-cylinder. It's super smooth, much smoother than a 350 single or a twin would be. Excellent commuter bike. You can take it out on the highway, probably get somewhere in the 60 mile per gallon range. The new spark plug caps are new. I think, as you can see from the video and the way it ran, it's an absolutely gorgeous piece. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. The bike will be on display in the Honda section of the New England Motorcycle Museum until it finds its new home. This is a bike I would love to keep in the museum. If you decide you want to leave it here, please just let us know. We'd be honored to show it till you're ready to pick it up at maybe one of the events we're having later this summer. Showing 18,857 miles on the odometer. It's got a lot of life left to it. The valves have been adjusted. The cam chain's been adjusted. The fuel is VP non-ethanol fuel in there, so you don't have to worry about it gumming up the carbs. The oil's been changed. really it's ready for another 40 years. So again, if you have any questions, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Thanks for watching. God bless America.